Let's officially get this panel started. Cue the video? Make the magic? Do the Comic-Con? You know, this is the first panel I've ever moderated, and this just feels right, what's happening right now. Imagine in your mind's eye, theater of the mind, a giant burning animated Critical Role logo. There's epic music. The theme song starts. Please let the theme song start. Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Travis Willingham. Let's go! Up next, you know her, you love her, it's Marisha Ray! Oh, let's bring it up to the stage, Taliesin Jaffe, let's go! And up next, an absolute queen, Ashley Johnson! Do you want a tragic backstory? So do I. It's Liam O'Brien! Laura Bailey! Everyone tint your fingers and give it up for Matthew Mercer! For the whole cast of Critical Role, show them you love them.
Oh, wait. I think we have one person we're missing.
He's a write-in! It was so epic, I knew I would mess it up.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not on the sheet.
It really has.
Sam Riegel!
Just like we planned it. Oh, man.
Welcome to the Fireside chat. It's certainly a fire so far. Before we start off, I'm going to ask some questions that we've got for you guys here. Darrington Press. It's been an incredible year for Darrington Press so far, including the first official State of the Press, the releases of Till the Last Gasp, Queen by Midnight,
Yes!
Illuminated Worlds, and more. This is for everybody. What's it been like to develop and publish your own games? Yeah, it's everybody.
Oh, everyone's looking at me. I guess I'll kick it off. Hi, everybody. It's been wild. Waters. Oh my goodness! Look at this. We got this. Thank you so much.
I'm good.
Where was I? Yeah, it's been weird. I grew up a gamer playing these games, and when we had the opportunity to bring many wonderful, talented people together to start toying with the idea of making our own games, we never thought it would be this cool and this much fun. And so we've been having a really good time with it, and we're really excited about the things that we've released and the things that we're about to release and the things that we're developing that we can't talk about yet. It's going to be a fun few years. Thank you!
Hey, Robbie, can I slide in with a quick question for the audience? Anyone who's in cosplay, would you all stand up so we could see you?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Hi, Jessa.
That's great.
Oh my God.
Hire me. Amazing.
Like wings.
You look beautiful, San Diego.
You have been expanding the universe in which you've created all those years ago, and you're in the first official steps of playing beyond the world of Exandria with projects like Midst. What are you most excited about in welcoming in other creators into the Critical Role family?
Well, first of all, Robbie, thank you for remembering to introduce me.
You got your own second set of theme music. What more could you possibly want?
You're not going to replace me as the handsome one. It's not happening.
Impossible.
To be fair, Sam just came from a Boy Scout initiation, so we weren't sure.
I'm on loan from the
pleasure.
San Diego Zoo.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a show there later. The African serval can actually leap 3.5 meters. Expanding our world has been amazing. It's been great to be at a point in our company's growth and confidence in ourselves and what we do, to be able to invite new people to tell stories with us. Like the group that makes Midst, they're called Third Person. They're amazing, and give it up for Midst. If you haven't heard it yet, you should totally check it out. You can listen as a podcast or watch on YouTube, but some of us heard the podcast sort of early on, Marisha and I, and really fell in love with it, but also fell in love with the fact that it was these three people who were just friends, and they are just telling a story, and that's kind of what we did, and that's why we fell in love with them, and hope you all get to check it out, and we hope that we get to elevate other creators to tell their stories on our platform, too.
Marisha, this one is
Oh, shit.
you. Yeah, it's you. Did I scare you? You're at Comic-Con at a panel.
I hope
with-
everyone here is over 18.
The second word out of your mouth.
Candela Obscura. It's a first-of-a-kind project for you. It's a collaborative of all of the parts of your business. What challenges did that pose, and what are you the most proud of? I've got a follow-up question, but do that one first.
Oh boy. Okay. We're
Doing great, Robbie.
What? Nothing. We're super excited for Candela Obscura. It's actually a project that we've been dreaming about since before the pandemic, and we kind of put it on hold because we wanted to make sure we could do it justice when we could all get back in a room together. But there was a decent amount of challenges in trying to develop a show at the same time that we were developing a game. It turns out it's hard to do two at once.
So it was difficult, but what inspired you to do it in the first place?
We're very much in a unique position where producing shows and being the type of players that we are, we knew what kind of a game we wanted to develop to fit the type of play style that we wanted to show and the type of genre and the horror aspect of it. So we looked at a lot of other systems, and then Darrington Press happened in that time as well. So we ended up pausing, kind of going back to the drawing board, and we went, let's just make it ourselves, because then we can make it exactly how we want it to be, and really cater it to the type of genre and the IP that we wanted to build. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
This one's from Matt. Hi, down there.
I already talked.
Unlike Sam, that says your name on here. So,
Fine.
the Apogee Solstice.
Oh, yeah.
I know, yeah, it's going down. Oh, will we ever find out the fates of Vax, Bo, and Caleb? Just a little taste.
Well, Campaign 3's story is still being discovered as it unfolds. I think there are opportunities to definitely figure out the fate of Vax as we progress. As far as Bo and Caleb goes, we have a live show coming up in the UK in October that may be revolving around the Mighty Nine and their reaction to the solstice. So don't worry, if you can't be at the live show, it will also find its way online afterwards. So you will be able to see what that entails. But yeah, I'm looking forward to. Look, I'm very rarely does a GM have a position where they have multiple campaigns in the same world over time, to where you get to kind of cross over threads between campaigns. It's something I've dreamt of since high school. Now that I have the opportunity to do so, you're damn right I'm going to do it. In a responsible way that doesn't overshadow the narrative of the current players, but is still a fun little wink and a nod that we can all enjoy.
This one's for everyone. Simple question. Who was the first person your character thought of after the apogee solstice?
Imogen. It's true.
Yeah, Laudna.
Yeah.
Imogen. I mean, Fern. Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Still creepy.
Imogen and FCG, because they're both the weakest and most destructive at the same time, so something obviously went wrong. So.
That's so nice.
You're welcome.
Ooh. Hi. Orem. Yeah. Aw.
I'm just going to say Dorian because I want to include you in the conversation.
Orem was on the job, so he thought of the boss lady, the voice of the Tempest, first.
Terry and Darrington. Because wherever he was, he woke up and saw this and went, "Ooh, it's a chance for more adventure."
Did you answer?
Yeah, I did. I said Laudna.
Oh, okay. Say it again, though.
Laudna.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
All right, let's do it. Let's move fully into campaign 3. Are we ready?
I'm so ready, Robbie.
Are you?
Let's do it.
Are you making fun of the way I'm reading this paper?
Not
right?
at all.
Just a little bit. I can feel it. I'm getting nostalgic.
Take us in, Robbie.
This is for everyone. It's the OG convention question. What has been your favorite moment of campaign 3 so far?
Ooh. I thought it was going to be, what would you do with a Klondike bar?
Wait, with it or for it? This is an important distinction. Never mind, you don't have to answer that. It's not on the paper.
Who's gonna go first?
I'll jump in here.
Do it.
Thanks, friend.
Just because it's the top of my head, not to spoil those who aren't caught up, so I'm going to be a little dodgy with the details, but we had a guest recently who I adore who they are, and they played a very subtle narrative that led to an unexpected turn of events that surprised everybody at the table, I think including themselves to a certain degree, and led to one of the most dark and emotionally tense moments of this campaign so far that I think irrevocably left a scar on some of the players in an interesting way that I'm excited to explore how that unravels. Those who know, you know.
So wait, are we avoiding spoilers from the latest episode?
Oh, I'm trying to a little bit at least.
Cause geez, I think y'all know what I'm gonna say here. Outside of that, though, spoilers. I really enjoyed shooting a porn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I also liked how Fern turned into a horse and then got stuck in a door coming out of that one. I really enjoyed that.
Well, you stole my porn answer, so it's hard to beat everything that happened at the Malleus Key when Matt sort of folded 3 campaigns and my brain in on themselves and put 3 of Marisha's characters and 3 of mine within 100 feet of each other. I stopped being able to function. It was an impressive long game. Really impressive.
It's a little darker, but when Laudna died, that was fun.
I'll take it.
It was really it was exciting just leading up to that because I forget how it worked out, but like we had to like choose who was gonna live and die, which is so much more intense than just someone dying.
That was awful.
It was awful, but it
You
was
all
fun to
made
watch.
Ashley flip a coin, which is like even more sadistic in a weird way.
Yeah, I just, in my head, I thought that would help, but it was really, yeah. Oh,
Sam, by the way, wants characters to die every week.
I
Yeah,
do,
that is true.
except for my own.
You literally made a character that will go crazy and try and kill other people
I
in
know.
the group.
I'd like Critical Role to just be me and Matt. I'll just kill everybody else.
oh man, there's a lot of moments. I think really high up there on the list is probably the threesome, because for Travis and me, we were like, no romancing, but Abria is too powerful. And also the moment when Imogen got mad at Laudna, when she said, "You lied," I just remember that rocked me.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt kind of hit mine with like when the group was separated. It was dark and a lot of character growth and frightening, and I felt foolish for not figuring things out. So I'll go light. I liked the romp of robbing that cheesy museum in the middle of nowhere. I've always wanted to like rob a cheesy museum. That sound I haven't and I won't, but who doesn't want to?
Haven't?
Not here. It's just-
Not since 5th century.
Yep. You
Not in
haven't done
this
it until you've been caught.
Another zip code. Ashley kind of also samesies with the Imogen Laudna tension, because kind of like Sam, I love tension and I love it when characters fight because I think that's juicy. Also, I will never forget Laudna telling Orem her origin story in the jungle, and also because like the set, it was all jungly and rainy, and that one just like stuck in my
quiet
head.
moment.
Yeah, and I think I traumatized you, which was great.
I love that we have two, if not more, characters that if you push them hard enough, they will kill the entire party. So I loved smacking FCG and almost having him go homicidal on the whole group. That was only topped by Imogen turning into a nuclear bomb. So I now have like this private desire to, I don't know, irritate Imogen until she kills all of us.
I won't rule it out. What about you, Robbie? What was your favorite moment?
Leaving for sure.
The toxic workplace.
That was sad. We cried.
But
I
also,
cried when you left the
yes,
table.
but that was sad.
Oh,
And
yeah.
your little toy ship moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's how this face is how it ended. The face how it started was It was so ended. I loved it. This one's for Matt. This says here, what did it feel like to pull off a plot 7 years in the making? You talked a little bit about that, but you're still kind of in the process, right?
Still in the process.
How do you manage the feelings and the tactics of sewing all of those pieces together into a big, beautiful tapestry?
Well, when you put it that way, it's real scary. No, it's a combination of something that I don't think I'll ever have the opportunity to do again like this, and didn't think I'd ever have the opportunity. So I'm extremely excited at the prospect, but also put a lot of pressure on myself to do it in a way that is exciting for all of you, and by that way, hoping that it's also exciting for all of you. That's kind of the core of everything. Is I'm not trying to make these stories for you guys. Sorry, I'm making them for them, and then hopefully you like it too. So for for me, there's a lot of pressure in that regard, but also that's part of the fun of it is to sit down and try and problem solve how much sense I can make to bring all these threads together. And over the years, I've been kind of just, planting seeds and making comments and doing little fractions of world building with a loose idea of how they could connect, some of them stronger. Like, I'd love to get to this next campaign or 2 campaigns later if we ever get there. And then now that we're here, I'm like, oh, I actually get to do it. I get to actually open this, time capsule that I set 6-7 years ago and connect it with this thing. So I'm very excited, and I'm very nervous.
I'm glad you're nervous. I'm going to ask you another question. When you were splitting the party, or when the party split, however you want to determine that, what factors came into play when you were deciding how all of that was going to unfold, the splitting of the party?
Partially, I wanted to find a way to shake up the thorough storyline of the party as a unit, to kind of force them to reconcile with the people they've been connecting with and realize, some cases, what they missed about each other by that separation. Also, put them in a position where they felt kind of moreless and left amongst a world of danger, whether or not there was something or someone to go back to. And those crucible moments allow for some really interesting self-reflection as both player characters and as performers. And so wanting to build that moment for both sides was something I was excited to get to. A lot of the choices came from which relationships I wanted to see brew more, people who hadn't had an opportunity to get as close, some people that got close and then didn't really get to dive deeper into that, to kind of force those moments to happen. And it allowed me an opportunity to dig into some characters' backstories that dealt with locations that were farther away from where a lot of this was happening. I got to touch on some of Chetney's backstory, which I remember when he gave me his backstory at the beginning of the campaign, I'm like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to tie any of this in. Like, you're a Santa joke. Cool.
And it was everything I could have ever hoped for.
So yeah, it was a lot of me trying to solve a lot of these problems and go deeper into some of these character stories that I would find a more challenge getting to explore in this moment through this Apogee Solstice kind of triggering moment. And then a lot of it, some of it was scheduling.
Yeah.
So some of it was like, you're going on vacation for this week? Well, okay, I'll put you in this group. Thankfully, that was only like one of those. But primarily, I was wanting to see what y'all would do when you were forced into these little clusters.
That's awesome. Taliesin. Yeah, it's you.
No, it's jarring.
Oh, yeah, it is.
What's something Ashton hasn't told anyone yet?
Ooh. Confess.
Well, this is bad because there's a bunch of stuff that is about to that we've talked about, but I don't want to say that. Okay, what's something?
The phrase "thank you."
All right. I will say this is still like I apologize. This is still mysterious. Ashton has 2 symbols that they drew on the back of their leather jacket that are just like kind of weird dream geometric things that they see in their crazy Technicolor dreams. Ashton has figured out what one of them is. So is starting to figure out that you'll see there's a couple, there's like 4 triangles in a row, 2 up and 2 down on the back with a little circle. If you're clever, you might know too now.
We don't see your back.
It's imagination.
Or it's the die holder that's literally sitting next to my table with it. You turn it 90 degrees and there's the back.
I don't see you.
Okay.
I don't.
It's literally.
If you pick up an Ashton Geistardian today, you too can see the symbols he's talking about.
The art's out there, you can see.
Liam. Yeah. So we touched on it a little bit before. What was it like to stay in character as Orem while you have all these other characters of yours in the space? While Vax is, flying in to save Keyleth, Caleb's incapacitated feet away. Like, what sort of challenges does that present?
I don't know. Did I stay in character? I think I melted through 50% of it. I'm worried about Vax. I found myself really frustrated with the wizard. I was like, get in the game, man. Get the collar off. I felt like Orem held his own. He did all right. I don't know. I feel like I'm reliving that moment now.
Critiquing your own character is a special kind of strange. Get in the game, man.
It's like parenthood.
They're my babies. And one of them is in a small black sphere.
This next one's for Marisha.
That was much more generous.
Did you immediately know what Laudna's form of dread was going to look like as you were creating her in your mind's eye?
I did. Yes. It was all, what is Travis most afraid of? I will start from there. I'm kind of only a little joking. With Delilah being her patron, I wanted it to feel reflective of Delilah. So the mourning veil and kind of Delilah in the later stages, I wanted it to represent Delilah's grief over Silas. So that's why she kind of looks like this mourning Victorian woman. And also that's what Travis is afraid of most, is creepy, spooky Victorian witches.
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. Old Victorian dresses with lace and then like
Exactly.
the reaching and stuff.
Oh, it's
Man,
just so fun.
I'll just burn the house down. Just burn it down.
It's just.
So satisfying. Nom nom nom.
This next one's for Ashley. Yeah, gotcha.
Hi.
Good morning.
I thought I was going to get away with not having to answer anything, but why? Hi.
The paper wants to know. What were the key differences in playing a character like Fern as opposed to some of the characters that you played in the past? What was a key difference in your approach to choosing this character that everyone loves so much?
Oh boy. Well, I think being home and being able to play full time definitely made a really big difference. Sometimes I think about, I wish I could have been home more for Yasha, because I feel like, I don't know, I still feel like there was more to explore there. But I feel like with Fern, that is just me I wanted to just have fun at the table and just sort of be able to act out on the weird things that pop up in my head, which maybe only, a small percentage makes it out, which is a little terrifying. But
Remove the filter.
yeah, but Fern's been really fun to play.
Well, that's a pretty good segue for a question for everyone. Your characters that you've created for Campaign 3, is there an aspect of them that is 100% like you, and an aspect to them that is the opposite? That you're exploring something that is in no way like yourself? Why are you laughing? I am so scared about your
Yeah,
answer.
because I totally hate Santa. No, just kidding.
I think for me, Fresh Cut Grass, like me, is always smiling. But unlike me, he actually is always happy. It's not just a carefully constructed facade. Oh, thanks.
Oh, buddy. This is the most relatable thing I've ever heard you say.
I know.
I feel like that is FCG, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just a ticking time bomb, Sam? Is that what you're saying?
You don't know.
Oh, okay.
Could be today.
Who's going?
This one's for the
It's for the group.
Everybody.
Yeah, everyone
What's your
answer.
character? What's not like your character? I mean, Travis does have a 1 in 100 chance of dying every night.
And he loves crush velour jumpsuits.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Man.
Do you like horses?
Unlike Imogen, I am not good at riding horses. I feel like her, though, I get overwhelmed in crowds. This doesn't count. But yeah, and like if I'm walking around a crowd, I get really, really nervous. What is this, like revealing hour?
Yeah, this is.
I'm
turning
mine's
So
the
here's
dark.
my
That's
deepest,
why I'm
darkest
waiting. Mine is
secret.
too dark. I'm waiting towards the end. 'cause
Yours
mine's
is
like-
too dark?
Mine's weird.
Do we want to end with you then?
I figured.
Let's go there.
Maybe you should
Yeah,
go.
get in there with the
then.
dark stuff.
Oh boy, this is what you get for making a
Should we
D&D
just-
character with your
Uh-oh.
therapist.
Oh, yeah.
I
Earmuffs,
recommend
kids.
it. Ashton and I are the same because we are both, I don't want to say haunted, we both deal with a weird emotional vacuum in our past, this little black hole where nothing escapes and nothing either goes in or out to. If you have one, you know the feeling. We are different in that I do not process my issues through anger at all.
That's true,
I'm
yeah.
not really, it's very rare for me to have that, but I know a lot of friends who are like, that is their go-to.
No, you're like eternally chill.
Thank you. It's happened like
And
3 times. Right?
Whenever you get frustrated, I know that like
Clicks
it's
gone
bad.
Horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel like kind of, I'll jump off of that
No.
because I feel like Laden is kind of adjacent. And I kind of wanted to, as I get older, I try to be more aware of like what is actually a real problem that I should stress and worry about and freak out about, and what is kind of not a big deal. And I think Ladna, because she has had so much tragedy in her past with a lot of stuff currently, she's like, the bar is low on this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not like her because I don't have necrotic flesh, I guess. Yeah.
Yet.
Yes. Yeah.
Give it time.
I think that Orem is, in social settings, is like quiet and hesitant. And I'm like that a lot when I'm not with this group of noodles. But he's also really agile, and I hurt myself on a regular basis. So that's where we differ.
I'd say like the NPCs of Exandria, I have a lifetime so far of experiences and emotions. Unlike the NPCs of Exandria, I physically exist in Comic-Con right now. So, though, now that I look out in the audience, maybe that's not correct right now either. So,
You're in the astral sea.
This next one's for Laura. Yeah.
Who?
Laura. It's you, Laura.
Yeah.
It's a little echoey. It is.
Hi.
Imogen has it's been on it's been on quite an arc lately. Let's see. You've been checking in your family ties at Ruidus. You've been going back home to see your father, finding romance. What has all of that taught her so far, and now that she's more at ease with the circlet stopping outside thoughts?
Oh man, I feel like Imogen can finally find herself. That circlet was everything. Up until that point, I think she had been completely on board with like, let's just end it, make it go away. I don't like having this power. I can't stand it. I don't know who I am anymore. And now that she has it back on, it's like she's almost able to forget all the negative things she was hearing all the time. It's like after a little bit, you can just pretend again. So yeah, I think she's, I've tried to show it a little bit, but she's definitely more comfortable being who she is, you know? She's not as introverted as she used to be. Is it working? I don't know if I did it, but yeah. You know.
That's great. This one's for Travis.
Huh?
Yeah.
Right?
I like wood.
I'm gonna read it as written. For as experienced and old as Chetney is,
Yeah, talk to me, baby.
how confident does he feel about the task at hand with the Ruby Vanguard?
We are screwed. This is awesome. I'm 400 plus years old and we're trying to save the world. We are doomed to fail. But I'm gonna go out with a bang and a rocking horse in my pocket. We are great. We're going to find allies. I'm sure we're going to find 7 vestiges before we, they'll just be lying out there for us to find. And I think I'll talk to Nana Mori and make a wish to become 300 years younger. And we got a whole plan for this thing. It's going to be great.
Can you do that?
I don't know, but I just decided that's what I'm going to do.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
And then I'll sleep with everybody.
Thought that already happened.
You won't be able to resist.
Chet is just like the Genghis Khan of Exandria. His protege are everywhere.
Yeah, when I lost the hair, my charisma fell by 1 point.
Sam,
Yes, Robbie.
what was it like to say goodbye to Frida?
Oh. Well, Christian is just such a wonderful person.
love for Christian.
Such a great player and such a sweet boy. It was so fun, when he introduced his character in those episodes. At first I was like, oh, that's cool, another robot. But then it was so interesting and weird to be like, I think I'm falling in love with this hunk of metal. It was so fun and great to play with Christian that way and with Frida. And saying goodbye was really hard. I wanted to stay behind, but I feel like they need me since I'm the only God person in the party. So, but yeah, I hope we get to see Frida again. I hope Fresh Cut Grass gets to end the campaign with Frida, or maybe if they both die, maybe they can be melted down and be made into something together, like some armor or like a chair.
Wow.
Ooh, maybe that's how we end. Maybe that's how we end the campaign, full circle. It's a chair, like a living chair.
That's the only metal I would consider working with.
Oh my God.
I was just thinking of a cursed sword that argues with itself. Like, it doesn't even need anyone to be involved.
That's true. There aren't a lot of magical legendary weapons that have 2 personalities in them. So
If there was, Travis would find it.
This one's a little off the topic of C3. This is for Liam and Sam. And why I know it has. Why has TikTok made you both such a menace at the office?
This is going out on TikTok. So
No.
Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
I just did it because you went away and then they made me do it and I was scared and I'm still scared now.
I can tell you this, the cast hates it. Just hates it. Look at her reaction. This person hates me right now. Just absolutely hates me. It's horrible. I love it.
This is the last question for everyone before we open things up to the community Q&A. Your story that you've told is full of huge moments, epic moments, set-piece moments that everyone grabs onto and remembers. From a personal standpoint, as a player, what are some of the small, little micro moments that have stuck with you the most over the years?
Great question.
We're just going randomly?
There's so many years that are
I'm very proud of what the fuck is up with that.
Decade.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We got to do that again soon.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm very proud of that.
Yeah.
asking my wife if I could kiss her in campaign was a big one.
Oh, that was sweet.
Bebe.
Yeah.
In all of our years of marriage, I don't think I've ever seen him turn that red.
I am pretty partial to the cannonball contest in campaign 1. That one was very fun.
I didn't know we were going that far back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, any of them.
Oh, shit.
All the years. We've been doing this for so long.
I was thinking campaign 3, but let me carry on.
400 years.
I'm gonna. I mean, this was kind of a big moment, but I'm gonna go with the Bo Yasha date. That was amazing. And okay. In this campaign, when Matt did the goats and he was the Fabio goat, still one of my favorite noises you've ever made. It was just one little.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's right. The goats.
I wasn't going to answer this, but it just popped into my head because of that. I'd like to give Matt you some love also for role-playing as grass so well.
Role-playing.
That was another good one. But the first thing that came to mind was writing you a storybook and reading it to you.
So good.
That was actually going to be my choice too. Like, but here's the thing about these games is we have fun and we get to do this together. But some of my favorite moments, and it happens sometimes overtly, and sometimes you maybe don't notice it or it's more behind the scenes, but everyone's looking for ways to kind of make little gifts for each other, whether it be just like little story moments or wooden things at the table. And like that's just one of those exemplary moments of like, yeah, we're playing a game, and yes, this is a show, but like this is a friend showing love to the rest of the friends at the table, and I love those moments.
I was overwhelmed.
We get along.
Yeah, I think for me too, like it's less the moments in the game and more just the moments where I can see my friends, like when Marisha does her like this thing, you know,
My chair
or when I
perch.
glance over and Ashley.
It's like DEFCON 2. When she crouches, everything's
I know,
bad.
shit's getting real. Yeah.
But yeah, like watching Laura and Ashley draw dicks is always fun. You guys, you don't get to see them, but they're really funny and badly drawn.
I like it when you sneeze and Ashley tells you to stop it.
Yes. Stop it.
The entire time being in a relationship with Vexalia, every moment of that was nuts.
Yeah.
Every graph paper moment of that. I can't even. Yeah.
All right, you guys ready to open this up to the audience?
Let's do it.
I like the audience. Let's do that. How do they? Oh, they're all over there, in a place where we can't see them. And and here, and here,
Look at the monitors.
and there.
Multiple
No,
locations.
I don't know. I can't see anything.
There are no monitors.
Oh, there's.
Hello.
These
Hi.
Hi. Just really quickly wanted to say my name is Caleb because of Caleb Widowgast, and I just want to say thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Amazing.
Also, you have the flower I gave you guys, and I appreciate it. My question is, you kind of answered this question about Orem, but what for Liam? What aspect of Caleb Widowgast would you want to be in your life the most?
What aspect?
Yeah, what aspect?
Unlimited reality alteration. Letting my imagination do anything it wanted. I miss the wizard.
Oh. Good question. Thank you, Caleb.
You look amazing.
Nah.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Thank you. My question is for Marisha. So, Marisha, you've talked a little bit about how Laudna came to you in a dream, nightmare.
Yes.
But I wanted to know specifically what that conversation was like with Matt when you first decided that, when you decided Laudna was going to be a body on the Sun Tree.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. It kind of went in steps where it was like, oh, I think I want to play a dead girl. Ooh, what if she was in Whitestone when everything went down? Or what if she has a connection to Delight? What if she was on the tree? So it kind of went into these, went through the stages. And then it was actually originally, I was talking about, because when you're a Hollow One, your age stops. So for a little bit, I was like, oh, what if I'm the Pike dummy who was like canonically a little girl, and she's a 50-year-old woman in like a little girl's body. And then we had a long conversation, which ended with that, which is like, this is like 40 layers of problematic that I probably shouldn't commit to for the next 3 years of this campaign.
Yeah.
So I pivoted to the Vex dummy instead, which was equally as juicy. And I'll never forget when Laura put those pieces together in game, because that was epic. Oh.
I distinctly recall when you first pitched it to me, I went, that's really messed up.
Yeah.
It's very cool and complicated, and be aware that might lead to some interesting agency elements down the road depending on player choice, but as long as you're okay with that, and you went, yeah. And I went, all right, apparently we're cool, okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's working. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, my man? Okay. Yeah. This question's for the dude on the far left, my man Matt.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, you looking good today.
You too, my friend, you too.
Okay. My question is, what's the best cosplay you've seen of a character from the show?
Oh man, it's tough to pick, partially because there's so many, and as a person who's been doing cosplay for the majority of their adult life, I'm always just excited to see good costumes, and then the fact that they're from things we made up together is like, what is going on? This is so weird and full circle. I've seen some that are very accurate, like extremely accurate, and that's incredible. I've seen some that are some amazing like interpretations and like artistic takes on them that are really incredible. I will say I did see one video, I think it was, outside of the US, there was a group that did a convention, and someone did this amazing Matron of Ravens costume as part of their sketch that like seemed to be so big and like unfold in this way that it was just like, that is impressive, and I can feel how cumbersome that is for the performer, so that makes it even more impressive for me. So I think that was the one that really blew my mind, partially because having been in costumes like that, I'm like, both that's incredible, and I feel you. Suffer for your craft. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Vaughn.
Hey, Vaughn.
Travis, real quick.
What up?
Please consider Percy with with gloves of missile snaring at cornerback, and Bo to center with a sentinel. She'd be nice to plug up blitzes up the middle.
Yo. That's a good suggestion. You won't get any inside blitzes. She'll just stop them dead in their tracks. Bro, yes.
Oh, no.
10 out of 10 suggestion.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, now for my stupid question. What would your smell-inspired robot name be?
Wait.
Our smell-inspired robot.
Smell-inspired
Robot.
Like fresh cut grass.
Like oatmeal and apples?
What's your scent of choice?
Bourbon sawdust.
Pretty good.
Undercarriage.
In between us. Ugh.
Smell that.
Good question.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Pocket bacon.
Pocket bacon.
Pocket bacon.
Who we got?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
How goes it? How goes it? My name's Adair.
Hey, Adair.
Hello.
You
This
look
question's
epic.
for Laura.
Oh, hi.
Yes, hey girl.
Hey.
So you guys are friends, everybody does the D&D. When you go home off on the weekends or whatever, what gives you brain rot right now for C3? What, like the thing that you have to talk to somebody that's not Travis and you just want to gush about?
Oh.
Why can't it be me?
Yes, Laudna. I didn't talk to anybody about that. And I wanted to so bad. I have brain rot stuff about what my mom's motivations are, and I can't ask anybody. And it drives me crazy because
She's been keeping secrets, y'all. Just so you know, we used to like gab on the way home, and then, what about this? Oh, that was so much fun. And then she kind of like just put the lid on it in C3, and then turned into an atom bomb and all this other stuff. And I was like, she's got secrets.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
I'm Maxim. I'm from Belgium, a forever DM as usual.
Oh!
So sorry.
Nice. My question is for Matt.
Hello.
What is your inner core rule as a DM you will never stray off from?
Core rule that I will never stray from?
Yes.
That if a rule prevents the players from having fun at the table, it's not worth holding on to. You know, and to clarify, we have a lot of people at this table that are, want to do something and it doesn't work in the rules, but we also enjoy the game aspect of it and kind of understand and respect that sometimes we're pushing a boundary that's not there, or sometimes the rules doesn't allow it, and it's okay for me to say no and kind of be the arbiter as any GM would be. But if a rule is truly preventing somebody from like really enjoying a moment, it's not worth being a hard ass about it, and we'll find a way to bend it or find a way to get around it or how to utilize other rules to make it make sense in the moment to where we can still let them have a moment. And I know there are times, in the past especially, where I've been more of a hard ass on it than I wanted to be, partially because I felt the responsibility of the internet looking at me going, you better not play this game wrong. And there's a lot of people that complain when I get rules wrong, and there were times where I felt like it was my responsibility to hold it by the book, and then I did that, and then it didn't feel right. So yeah, that's my hard rule. Play by the rules until it's not fun, and then break them. Good question.
So every week we go through a roller coaster of emotions, and then we hear the heartbreaking words, Matt, back to you.
Yes.
My question is for real-life arcane trickster and god of the ad read, Sam Riegel. What is your vision of Riegel mania?
Riegel mania.
Wow.
Make it happen. Riegel mania.
I gotta
2023.
trademark that. No, I've enjoyed. I've enjoyed the last several years of. I know that sometimes my ads are fun and sometimes they're real stupid, and I know that sometimes you don't like them.
What are you talking about? I always love them.
No, like everyone here.
Okay.
I'm not just singling out you. You guys too. But it's the one thing I look forward to the most in the week. It's this weird creative outlet that, like, no matter what else happens in the game, like whether I'm like, oh, I should have done that different, or oh, I could have played that scene better, or been better in that battle, at least every week I've got like this 2.5 minutes where I just get to just whatever's in my mind for that week, and it's so fun. And thank you for letting me do it, you guys. And also, thank you to our advertisers for letting me do it, because I'm sure they get yelled at by their bosses. But yeah,
I watched the clip of Ashley being Gail so much. I just love it.
I think my favorite thing that you did in the ads was when one of the characters was slowly turning into a sunflower.
That's a good one.
And you told us some of the bits are for the audience and some of them are for me.
Now I want to know what Regal Mania is going to be.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Oh, hello.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Very.
Hello, my name is Ben.
Hey, Ben.
My real life hero was always Robin Williams, and when we lost him, I never thought I would find another hero, but I wanted to say thank you all for filling that void for me.
Oh.
But I want to put some pressure on Travis and ask you, sir, Sir, are we ever going to get a hint or anything about whose Ford's parents are?
Well, you know, there's that animated series. And we're certainly doing that live show in London, so I think it's safe to say we are not done with those characters by a long shot. So as long as you guys are interested, we got more stories to tell.
But it's Chetney. The answer is Chetney.
Chetney is Chetney, yeah. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Shout out to all the guest players. I'm a big fan of them.
Yes.
Yes.
So my question is for Matt. Are there any guest characters who you would like to explore their storylines more?
Oh man. I mean, all of
Robbie
them
is
to a
right
degree.
over there. Right over there.
No pressure.
You haven't killed me off screen yet, so.
Oh, I got plans for you, boy. I wouldn't even consider you a guest character. You're like cast adjacent. So.
That was the sweetest, most insulting thing anyone's ever said to me. That's why I love you.
You're like family, but you know, not really.
Feels right. Was that really the last question? Hey, how about a round of applause for everyone who asked a question this evening? They were excellent. Before we wrap things up completely and say goodbye to our cast, we would like to ask all of you, if you feel like it, to head on down to the floor and check out our partners at Penguin Random House. They're at booths 1514, 1515, and 1623, and Dark Horse at 2615. That just about wraps things up. Please,
Robbie?
from the bottoms of your souls, give it up for one more thing that Matt's telling me to say.
Okay. To answer your question, the finality, Shikasta.
Shikasta.
Now,
Can I now?
Now you go.
Give it up for the cast of Critical Role!